Yo guys, it's me Matrix here, coach of the Welsh Wailords. Just before we get into the main stead of the video, just a little update. It's been a while since I've posted a video. A lot of stuff's been going on IRL. Unfortunately, I think this is now recording the 3rd of January, so Happy New Year to you all. Hope you had a merry holidays and a good New Year. However, just to get a little bit into my life a minute, just before the holidays I lost an immediate family member, so I've been a little bit inactive on the channel as well as in many Discord servers. It's a tough time at the moment, so my games aren't really the priority at the moment. However, that being said, I do want to try and finish these leagues off. I love the VDL, so although you didn't see a video from me last week, go check out over on Otto's channel. It was quite a match. I completely outplayed by Otto, to be honest, so nothing new there. We are playing Batista today of the Sting Like a Ribombee, the Mono Dark type trainer, the Mono Master himself. But yeah, we'll have a video today. We'll see how I feel over the next few weeks and what's going on. I don't have any other draft leagues planned for a minute, so it will just be the VDL content to just trickle in every now and again. Again, all mood depending. But hopefully you all enjoy the videos as they get put out. You never know, I might put out a Helix video. I might put out a random battle video, which I have with random friendly or exhibition. I don't know. I don't know what the start of this year looks like at the moment. Just starting a little bit on a downer, and I'm hoping to cheer myself up with some matches and just have some fun. So we'll see. But yeah, we are up against, so with the Debbie Downers out of the way, we can get into what I'm bringing this week. So we have got a really tough match ahead of us, to be honest. It's Batista and his Dark type team. He's got so many good mons. Like, even though he's mono dark, he's just got such great supports and great offenses, and it makes it really challenging to prep for. What I find in the Series 10 format, a format without the Dynamax in Sword and Shield, it's a lot harder to just be like, oh yeah, it's a monotype team, I'll just bring one super effective mon and just sweep through. It's not as easy as that. Like, yeah, in a max format, it's easy to just slap on super effective moves and just blast through teams. But in Series 10, there's a lot more tech, I would say, that goes into it. So I honestly couldn't tell you how to play a monotype team. I know Batista knows his stuff. He's really good, and he's got basically the roles he needs out of every mon on his team. Like, there's a reason for every mon, even though they're all one type. Or all share one type. He's got a range of speed stats. He's got anti-trick room if he needs it. He's got really good supports. Mandibuzz, Weavile, Sableye. They're just really good. He's even got Linoon if he wants it. Zoroark is his only special attacker, really, so like there is that to look at. Like, it's the only mon that has above 100 special attack. So it does mean that his team's a little bit more physical, especially with Urshifu Dark. But he's got so much good disruption in the form of Mandibuzz. He's got setup with the Malamar. He's got some interesting tech and coverage with the Bisharp or the Shiftry. Linoon can be quite annoying. Drapion just really hits my Tapu Fini hard as well. I'm honestly expecting that he brings Drapion, Mandibuzz, Sableye, Weavile. I feel like those four are pretty set to come. Like, he has to bring Drapion. For Tapu Fini, it's his only way to really hit it hard. Mandibuzz is just a really good stall unit, so and really good disruption against my special attackers, which I do have quite a few of. And I do think he brings Sableye because it's his only check to a fighting type not just going ripping through his team, to be honest. Especially like a fast fighting type like Mienshao. And then from there, like, he could bring Urshifu. Like, realistically, I'd expect him to bring like Wicked Blow, Close Combat, and Poison Jab on it, plus Protect or something. I don't think he can really afford it to be a choice set, but you never know. Focus Sash makes more sense to me, or damage boosting without being choice lock. He's got Weavile, which is really good support. Fake Out, which is kind of why I'm having to bring 2 Inner Focus Mons into this match. And then yeah, Sableye, really, really difficult team to prep against, to be honest. But we'll just show you what I've got planned so far. So we look at Mienshao. I'm bringing it Choice Scarf this week. I am bringing it Inner Focus. I did think about bringing Reckless High Jump Kick to get as much damage as I can, but I'm just not happy about Choice Locking into High Jump Kick when he's got the possibility to switch in Sableye any moment, which is his only resist and only check to a fighting type, yes, but like getting locked into High Jump Kick could really damage me. At least with Close Combat, I'm not going to hurt myself if I miss or something, so I can always retarget the next turn or something. So yeah, I'm bringing Close Combat and Low Sweep. Like, they're really good moves. I think Low Sweep can be really nice if I just want to get some speed control. I really like Rock Tomb Mienshao, so Low Sweep Mienshao is just as good in my opinion, especially in this type of matchup. Close Combat hits his whole team really hard, and U-Turn is really good for pivoting, especially on a Choice Scarf set against a Dark type team. I've got Coaching here. Like, I didn't really have much need for anything else, but like Coaching could be good onto like Steelix or something if I really needed to. Obviously, a Scope Lens Drapion set can ignore that defense boost, and so can an Urshifu ignore it with Wicked Blow, but it's still better than nothing, I think. I'm not really sure what else I could have put on there. Again, this is it's not a little bit more distracted with the prep this week. So we got a Calm Mind, Moonblast, Dazzling Gleam, Protect, Tapu Fini, nothing extravagant, pretty basic to be honest. I am running it Kebia Berry, pretty defensively bulky, more so than specially bulky, just to deal with his physical threats a lot more. Moonblast hits his entire team really well, Dazzling Gleam does as well. He's got no checks for fairy type moves, and his biggest offense against me I think is going to be some poison type damage, so yeah, we got Calm Mind just to set up for some extra damage, to be honest, more so than neutraling a special defense. We then have Mr. Mime. I really like Mr. Mime's tech. He's running Fake Out, Dazzling Gleam as his attacks. Dazzling Gleam just chips away a lot of his team, especially with it being Focus Sash, max special attack, timid. So we've got Skill Swap on it as well as Psychic Terrain. Psychic Terrain is really good because if it can cancel out the priority of Prankster Sableye or Ice Shard Weavile. Obviously, Mr. Mime moves after those two, so there is that to consider. But like in a mid-game scenario, there could be a use for it. I really like Skill Swap because I'm running Soundproof on Mr. Mime to ignore Snarls, basically, so that I can't get special attack drop from a Mandibuzz. It's also really good to like swap onto, say, Misty Surge, Tapu Fini. So like, say I've set Psychic Terrain, I want to get my Misty Terrain back, or Misty Terrain's run out, I can swap, go Skill Swap, get my Misty Terrain reset, because he could be running like Toxic Mandibuzz for all I know, and just wait out my terrain. It also allows me to Skill Swap Soundproof onto my Tapu Fini so that I can't be Snarl spammed by the Mandibuzz, and it allows me to just set up with my Tapu Fini in front of Mandibuzz pretty comfortably. Obviously outside Taunt. Like, Taunt would be an issue, but at least Taunt will only last so many turns. So that's Mr. Mime. The Soundproof. It also allows me to do like Soundproof into the opponent's mons. I don't have any sound-based moves as an attack this week, so I can go for a skill swap into the opponent's mons, get one of their abilities, and I could easily get like Prankster or something like that, and then Prankster's Psychic Terrain is pretty cool. I'm only ever really going to be skill swapping myself anyway, so, there's a lot of things I can do with that. Whether Mr. Mime lives that long is another matter, or if I just go for the Dazzling Gleams, to do the damage. I'm not 100% sure on what type of damage Mr. Mime's going to be doing. Haven't been able to do that much calc. Steelix, we're running body press iron defense. I know he's got a couple of crit move mons like Drapion and Urshifu. Steelix should live close combat pretty well, like 66% or something, and then the body press is able to just return KO. I think. We're running high horsepower on it just so that it can attack Sableye and just Sableye basically. Sableye and Drapion technically, because body press does like half the damage of what high horsepower does, or a +2 body press does the same as high horsepower, so into Drapion. So if I haven't got a iron defense off, I can go for high horsepower into Drapion to get that extra damage. And wide guard is just there for, again, just stopping that snarl spam, to be honest, or icy wind spam. You never know. It could even be like heat waves and stuff, so from like Shiftry. So then we got Crobat with Toxic, Quick Guard, Tailwind, U-Turn. Quick Guard's really good against his Sableye. It's also really good to stop any fake out mons, because obviously Crobat can't be faked out anyway because it's in a focus, but it allows me to stop his priority fake outs into any of my other team members. Darmanitan's then free to, like, I've got Darmanitan on the team as well, so you're able to just get an attack off pretty comfortably. Tailwind is just there. It's speed control, isn't it, at the end of the day? And he could be going for Tailwind Mandibuzz, and it's just, to just maintain that speed differentials, if anything else. And I've opted to go for U-Turn over like Brave Bird or something, even though Brave Bird does more damage than U-Turn. To most of his team, like U-Turn's really good for like pivoting and stuff, like, which I think could be really good on in this game. So yeah. And Toxic obviously is 100% accurate from a poison type, so guaranteed poison on the Mandibuzz, which is really nice. And because Mandibuzz is a flying type, and I'm faster than it, even if it roosts, I can guarantee poison it even on my Misty Terrain. So that's Crobat with Inner Focus, and I'm running it with Figgy Berry because I'm pretty sure it lives a Jolly Triple Axle from Weavile with that. And then, last but not least, it is Darmanitan with Rock Slide, Flare Blitz, U-Turn, and Trick. A Choice Banded Darmanitan, where I add. Choice Band U-Turn is going to do good damage to a lot of the team without taking any recoil on my Darmanitan. And then Flare Blitz is really good for like finishing off mons because he's only got one fire resist, and that is his Dragon and Dark type, which I don't think he would bring considering I got 2 fairy types on my team. So yeah, it's just good damage. And like Rock Slide is just nice chip. If I ever get into a situation where I don't want to be chipping myself, but still need to do good damage, or at least spread damage. Like, there's not a lot of moves I really need on Darmanitan, which is why you see me running Trick on it here, because I can Trick Choice Band onto the Mandibuzz, I can Trick Choice Band onto Sableye, and both of those could be physical attackers, yes, so it's not the best, but it could be choice locking them into a status move, which forces him to switch. So that is the idea here. I will be back with you guys in a minute as I set up with Batista. Peace out, guys. See you in a minute. And we're here. We're up against Batista. Right. Series 10 rules. Yup, that's the one. Let the battle begin. Oh dear. I'm actually quite nervous for the match. Let's see. Urshifu, Sableye, Drapion, Weavile. Yeah, so basically the entire team I predicted would come has come. But that doesn't mean to say that I'm any more prepared for it. I am going to start off with the lead I've been thinking about the most, which is Crobat and Mienshao. Because I can get some speed control maybe. Tapu Fini would be good in the back. And I kind of like Steelix, so I'm going to try this. Mr. Mime could be good. We'll see. There is sash potential on a lot of his mons. And I know Mienshao can do good damage to a lot of his team, but not a whole load of his team. And he will quickly learn that I am Choice Scarfed. should be outspeeding an adamant Scarfed Urshifu. Scarf Zoroark could be a pain. It's always nerve-wracking. Okay. He's locked in. Let's do this. Good luck, have fun to Batista. Any of these could be Zoroark. So Drapion and Weavile are first up. Now, for me, I really like to be able to, if I double U-turn the Weavile, which is what I've always wanted to do, it's good, but Drapion can get a Sword Stance off, and that's not the best. But I can get, so like Sword Stance would be awful for me, but so let's go for a low sweep into Weavile and a U-turn into Weavile. There's no way he's running Protect and Weavile. So we get a low sweep off, he doesn't go for anything like that. It does break it down to its Sash, which is kind of what I was expecting it to do. But that's fine. We remove the Weavile before it can do anything annoying. It could have Psycho Cut on Drapion. And I don't think he targets me here with anything, so let's bring Tapu Fini out. Because if Mienshao goes down this turn, then I can always just set Tailwind. Okay, so Rock Slide. Steelix would have been really good there. So we got a Rock Slide on Drapion. Didn't get a crit though. So I know the Sableye is it's unlikely he's going to do that, so let's bring Tapu Fini back in. Bring out Steelix. That's fine. We low sweep the Drapion, get its speed lowered. Yeah. Ooh, cross poison onto Mienshao. That was actually really cool. Okay. So he crits me. But I bring out Crobat. And I'm going to go for the Tailwind here. And high horsepower the Drapion. Even though, because of he shouldn't be able to do too much to me. Earthquake would hurt me a bit, but it's fine. I doubt he's going to be running... yeah, so he's got Quash on Sableye. That's fine. Like, it's not enough to do major damage. Crobat can still Tailwind. Because I can still U-turn here. And high horsepower the Drapion. Problem is that I'm going to body press it just in case he's got Mana Buzz in the back. Okay. Okay, so yeah, he's got Encore, which is fine. I'm not that worried about Encore. Because he's still stuck against the Steelix, which is why I'm not Iron Defensing in front of it. Like, I'm faster with Steelix, so he can't go for a cross poison into it without dropping and going down. So yeah, and you can Encore my Steelix, that's okay. Because the Drapion still goes down here. And that's the big threat to Tapu Fini, out of the way. And if it is Mana Buzz, okay, so it's Zoroark. So he's got Zoroark in the back. That's okay. Like, just go for attacks at this point. He's got Fake Out as only damaging move, maybe? Like, Crobat's got good damage on the Zoroark here. And I'm not going to set up in front of a Sableye. And I don't think the Zoroark has any damaging moves that can really hurt me at this point. Okay, so he goes for the Quash into the Tapu Fini. Grass Knot, maybe? Yeah, Focus Blast. I was worried about a Focus Blast, but honestly, like, because I've got the Berry, it's okay. Okay, so it's Life Orb. Like, I did calc for Life Orb because of the Misty Seed. So again, like, I'm not overly fussed there. Yeah, and Roselia, Berry, Sableye, that makes sense. So we've learned a lot of his items. Scope Land, we've learned all of his items on these 4 months, actually. Like, I don't need to reveal anything else. Am I still Encore? Yeah, I am. I don't need him to learn that I'm a berry on that, actually. So yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, so he's Quash, Encore, Fake Out. Makes a difference to me. So Dazzling Gleam doesn't even pick up the 2-hit KO. Okay. So the fact that his Life Orb's nice, his Scarf, okay. No, he's got no Scarf on those mons, which is good. I really like my lead. I'm not 100% sure if I like Tapu Fini here because the Drapion's really scary, but there wasn't much the Drapion could do against me. And as long as I like Mr. Mime's really nice. Because he's got to bring Mana Buzz this turn. And setting Psychic Terrain can be really good. Because it stops that Encore. Mean Shell Crobat's still a nice combo to have, though. Up front, it just threatens most of his mons except for Mana Buzz. I'm still wanting Steelix. I'll bring Tapu Fini as well, to be honest. I'm just going to bring the same 4 again. I am worried about the Mana Buzz. Stalling me out a bit. If I can get rid of the Sableye before Steelix gets quashed, it should be okay. Quashed, Encore. Drapion is an issue, but It's one of those. I don't think he brings Weavile again because of that. And if a Sableye is on the field, I just go for a U-turn into it. So that is that. It's nice getting rid of the Weavile so early though. Even though like it didn't make a huge difference, it was just good to get rid of it before he could really move. The Drapion has got Rock Slide on it, it's got Night Slash, and it's got most likely poison, Cross Poison. It didn't go for a Protect though, and I suspect it's probably AV or Scope Lens. So Weavile and Sableye. So yeah, like this is the thing. Like he's got Quash, which is really good for him. So he's going to probably quash the Crobat. Or at least I'd expect him to quash the Crobat. So I am just going to U-turn and double U-turn. I know this ain't going to KO. Yeah, so he goes for the quash into... Oh, Mienshao. Okay, that's fine. So you turn with Crobat so that it doesn't, get instantly KO'd. But I do think he's going to go for a... I don't think he's going to go for a triple Axle there into the Crobat slot. Yeah, Psycho Cut makes a lot of sense. But I'm running a bulky Mienshao, so it didn't work. Honestly, I'm going to bring Steelix back out because a Dazzling Gleam just does big damage here. I don't think I need to do that. I am going to go for a high horsepower into the Sableye, even though it's probably not the best play. Moonblast isn't going to KO, so let's go for a Dazzling Gleam. I can't go for Protect in front of the Sableye. He could swap in the Mandibuzz if he has it into the Sableye slot, which would be a really good play on his part. Because of it would mean that I wouldn't get the KO and it saves the Sableye for fake out pressure later on if he needs it. I mean, okay, it failed. Doesn't do anything. The Psycho Cut's not going to do anything to Steelix, so I should get the double KO here actually. Unless Sableye's got enough bulk to live this. Oh yeah, Sableye definitely lives this. Just gotta be careful of the on-call from Sableye. But it was really nice that turn because the Sableye literally couldn't do anything. It couldn't quash me because I moved after him no matter what. He couldn't on-call me because they're both fresh onto the field. So it was a nice wasted turn for the Sableye. I couldn't go for an Iron Defense there even if I wanted to. So yeah, Drapion comes out. I've got to go for the high horsepower into the Drapion. And I'm going to go for the Dazzling Gleam because it should pick up the KO on the Sableye. And I should live with Kebby Berry, so... Okay, so he's got Shadow Sneak, but like that's not going to do anything. Cross Poison doesn't KO. Like, yeah, not a chance. And that wasn't even a crit. So we just go for the Dazzling Gleam. It gets the KO on the Sableye, which is really nice, and high horsepower does really good damage here into the Drapion. Should be a 2-hit KO. Yeah. We're now free to go for Protects because the Sableye's gone and the Weavile's gone, and we still have both Crobat and Finny in the back, so that's pretty cool. I don't live another attack, and I don't live a double up. So if I go for a protect here with Finning, then I probably lose. So I've got to go for a high horsepower into that, because if he doubles up into my Steelix, I will just lose. So I'm going to go for a Dazzling Gleam, in the hopes that he thinks I might go for a protect. I live a Focus Blast from the Zoroark on Steelix, and Drapion will KO the Tapu Fini, but he can't KO both my mons if I attack, and I am 4 mons up to his 2, so it's in my best interest to just attack rather than protect. Two for 2. Hitting them Focus Blasts. Jeez. Okay, so he does just go in for the Tapu Fini, which is fine. Oh, he doesn't get the crit? Damn. Like, that's like a 50% chance to get the crit as well. And that is just a 4-0. Oh, it missed. It missed. Okay. Fair enough. That was so close to being a 4-0 as well. I'm going to try and save differential, in the hopes that he can't. So I'm going to just protect here, because I need this differential. I am doing really bad elsewhere, so... yeah. Crobat should be able to get the KO on the Zoroark before it moves. You never know, just in case, we'll swap in. Steelix. GG's, Batista. Your team was so hard to prep for. I'm really glad that I managed to identify it. It was difficult. It was nice knowing that I got the mons right for what you'd bring. So I think that was quite pivotal. And doing some of these really in-depth calcs really helped. Like making sure my Steelix lived a Focus Blast from a Life Orb Zoroark, and that was one of the calcs I did. And that's why I chose to go Misty Seed on the Steelix, just so I could live that. I mean, Flamethrower was guaranteed to do like 49%, and Focus Blast, if it hits, I knew I'd live, but it was always a case of like it's doing a lot of damage. And just having the ability to move first and put pressure on him really helped, because that meant he had to bring the Sableye up front just so that he could get an attack off. Making sure that Mienshao was a bulky Mienshao with high health and lower speed, just so that I could, with the Choice Scarf, meaning that I could outspeed, allowed me to live attacks from like a non-stab Weavile attack. So that was really helpful. And I did have some other cool tech as well, but I really liked how I could just use the U-turn and pivot into my terrain mode, which is the Tapu Fini plus Steelix if I ever wanted to take them defensive hits more. And that meant I always had Mienshao in the back as a Choice Scarf mon to just come in and do damage. So, GG's, Batista. Best of luck in your upcoming matches, and I'll catch you all in the upcoming weeks. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching.